how to collaborate to innovate. Innovation is a lot about collaboration, and collaboration is always linked to the community, as I always say, and community is about the employees first and foremost, everyone inside of your organization. Then it's the customers and of course the partners inside of your ecosystem. Everyone is connected to your company. And collaboration for me is really understanding of how can we combine the different superpowers and learn from each other so that we find out what is the right solution for a specific problem. Innovation is all about problem solving. You don't innovate just for the sake of innovation. You innovate and find solutions, innovative solutions to solve a problem. So very important to combine the superpowers, where you say, hey, you may be the best project manager in the world, but how do we find someone who is kind of helping you with building relationships if that person is not having the most relationship building skills? Or you maybe need someone who is commercially fit and helps that person to support from a commercial angle. So it's all about when you build teams and when you test and validate inside of your company, what are the different team members who need to be involved in the best possible way. And it's again, not just combining the superpowers, it's the same way of listening to understand each other. There will be people specifically in organizations that are working across the total value chain, where you have people who are non-core business and people who are core business related. Most of the companies are still working in verticals where you have, let's say, sales, where you have marketing, where you have business development, where you have finance, where you have other functions like real estate and property, and so on and so on. So more and more organizations understand that they need to work across all of these verticals to be successful. That means you listen to the people inside of the verticals to understand where they come from, to understand what expertise they can bring to the project, if we take the projects again as an example. And then value their input. Value their input from a way that you take their input and say, okay, how do we integrate that into the projects? How do we integrate that in solving this problem? And how does it work? If you don't understand, it's again, go back to listening and say, okay, I see your point, but I don't understand how this will help to solve the problem. And then you have a conversation around this where you value the input again inside of the collaboration, where you say, okay, tell me more. How does that work? How do you see this playing out? So that you understand where the other person comes from. It's not about pushing back. It's about understanding truly where they come from, because 99% in organizations and people working with you are having good things in their ideas and things you might not know about, and things they're connected to other topics inside of the organization which are not obvious for you or for the project team or for the people working with innovation. So it's valuable to get that input. Same way with customers, same way with other ecosystem providers, which can be suppliers, which can be other companies and partners that work with you. So collaboration is really about combining the superpowers, listening, and then value the input from each other.